Okay, fine. So today we are going to discuss few more report items. Yesterday we have covered what are the things rectangle, list, image, sub-report, chart. So we have seen our last topic was chart. I hope this is the report, the same report we have opened once again here. In this report we have seen what are the different types of charts available. Once we are done with this, we can change this any type to any type here. Chart type is right now it's in a shape. If you want to make it as in a bar chart, we can make it as in a bar chart here. Okay. So like this, we can do many things with the single chart, and we can make it in a different shapes. Okay, depends on our client requirement. That was the last topic we were discussing. So today we are going to discuss one more different report items. Let's start with gas here. Let me bring it here. Gas. So in the gas we have two types actually, radial and linear. So I hope you are already seen this type of reports in so many places in some advertisements or some things. I mean, so let's start with some gas type here, radial. So this is how the radial will be. So what I will do here is I will take it here to this one just to now I'm having the gas report here. So here I am just click anywhere, it will be open the gas properties or gas data type here. So here I am having the unspecified here, means we need to specify some data type here, some column here, so that it will depends on that column data, it will shows the gas type here. But generally, in which situations generally we will be using this type is when there is any some indicators or something needs to be displayed by depends on our performance or depends upon sales how much it is showing some it's a icon like where we can see easily how much it's again one type of report only, but how this is the indicator type of report where we can see some range or some value currently how much it is showing. But we cannot calculate the previous one, but what is the uh, uh, gas indicator will be tells us where we are right now. I mean, but just looking at one this report, we can say something easily. Okay, this is the value right now. Currently, it holds like sales is there. Well, for this state, for this area, this is the sales. Okay, like this we can say something. So for this, I am taking some sales amount here. So this is the column here. Let's preview it here. When I have just added one sales amount only, that's it. I didn't add it much over there. So now the gas will be handling the only one column data, that is nothing but a sales amount. I hope we have some three reports, right? So it's showing here like this. Okay. So this is the report which consisting of the sales data, but it's not showing that much accuracy or that much accurate, right? So we'll change some properties here one by one. Okay. So if you click anywhere, it will be showing different properties here. If you go to here, let me open the properties here. See, this is a scale. This is a scale. This is a gas pointer. This is a range, and this is a completely out panel here. The panel, if you want to change anything, panel type, and this is the radial gauge actually. Okay, if you have to change something, we can change. I mean, if you click anywhere, it will show some properties or some values that we can change here. Okay, let's start with one by one here. So I am taking some gas pointer here. In the pointers property, what are the options available here? pointers option, action, pointer fill, pointer border, caption, fill. Like this, we have so many options here. So value we are taking as an a sales amount, which is sum of sales amount. Means this pointer will be works based on this column value. Okay. If you want to change this pointer type as in a marker, see this one. This is a marker here. One more type is bar here. So it means it will be work like this bar indicator. If you see this one, this is the bar indicator. From where we have to start this one, 0 or scale starts. From where the scale start is, from that place it has to start. So like this we can specify the pointer here. Okay, we can use any type here. Needles I am using. In that this needle I am having different types here. See this one. I am just changing this one. If you see this one, each one is having some different look. Arrow with tail, tapered with the tail, rectangular, triangular. I mean, like this, we have so many icons here. We can see which styles these are. So we can use this one. If you see this one, each option is having the effects. Means each option can be handled by using the expressions. Means it has such a powerful option which we can use in the expressions. That's why I have taken the complete session on the expressions itself. Okay, so we have covered 70% of all the options in the expressions. So try to use of these expressions whenever you feel it is needed. Okay, so it has given that so many places. Each one is containing one expression here. We can use of this one. Okay, so that's why we have worked on these expressions, especially completely on one session here. Next one is placement and size option. How much you want to make it as an. Right now it is showing the inside here, right? If you make it as an outside, uh, if I make increase, then only it will be showing this one. See this one. It is taking me to outside here indicator. Size option. If you see this one. If I make as an inside, it will be keep it in the inside here. Cross. Cross is also if you make something here. See this one, it's getting changed here. I mean, it will be on the cross level. Okay, and I mean, if we can try. So many options are available here. I will make it as an sum 30, 60. Properties, pointer properties I have taken in this. So we have taken some inside one. I mean, which is the default which is available. I am just trying to use that one. So yeah, see, these are the very simple options. Whoever knows this very well of English, they can change this any property. Simply understand this and change this option and preview it. You will definitely understand very easily. Okay. Actions. I hope we have covered in so many places. What are the actions needs to be taken place? Go to the report, go to the bookmark, go to the URL, whichever you want, we can try here. I'm not going through once again. Pointer filler. Right now it is showing orange and white, right? If you want to make change of this one, red and white. See, now it's got a change here. So it's in a simply language where we can easily understand and change the options. Okay. Pointer border. How you want to make a pointer border? You want dotted or something, dash, like this. We can change whatever we want. Okay. And how much width you want to make this one. So that depends on our customer requirement. Okay. Line color. If you make some border and border color also we can give here. So these are the options available. Cap options. Generally, see this is the cap options right now. If you see something is missing, what was that missing here? Cap here. If you see this one, this cap is right now displaying, right? If you want to hide that one, we can hide that one. See this one, if I click this one, see it's missing now. So like this, if you want to display, we can display here. If you want to make the pointer up and cap down, then click on this one so that the pointer will be on top. Okay. If you uncheck, it will be goes down here. We can use the such options, beautiful options we have here. And these are the cap styles. I mean, you want to make some fit to wide. We have different options. How the cap you want to display. We have different types of caps available. And what does the how much width, how much width you want to make this one? 33%, 34%. I mean, like this we can specify something. Okay, depends on our requirement. This is the cap option here. And cap fill, if you want to give some cap fill as in a different color, some yellow color. Shadow, this is an unnecessary option which doesn't require. Okay, still if you want to use, we can use of this one. Shadow, see this one, this shadow is coming here. So if you want to use this one, we can use this one. This is what about the radial pointer options here. Okay, the next option is scale. So what does this scale will do? It will shows the range of values which displays on the radian. Okay. Right now we have then a sales amount, right? Generally our sales amounts are having some minimum values of hundreds to thousands, right? But here it is showing some difference of 10, 10, 10. Let me change the scale properties here. These are the scale properties which we have different actions. Again, we are having the same option here. Here minimum value is 0 and maximum value is 100. If you see this one, minimum is 0 and maximum is 100. But we need our sales amount here. Then what we can do this one? See, I am trying to use the expression here. Here, I am using the data set here. I would like to have some sales amount. See, this will take me the expression like this. Okay, I have used one expression here where my maximum value is the sum of the sales and minimum value is 0. So depends on that, it will take the interval. Okay, it will take some 1 lakh or 1000, depends on the auto interval. We are giving some automatic option. So system will define this auto interval here. So how much it should be, how does it should be like, and what should be the differences. It will be depends on our SSRS. We are giving that option to the SSRS only. So this will be auto interval. So multiply by scale by 1 here. It is showing some 100 tens, right? If I give some, see this one, it is changing the multiple values. So if I give some 100, it will be the multiples of 100. Okay. Generally, if you don't want, we generally make this. Logarithmic scale means it will be displayed like this actually. Okay. Logarithmic systems actually. Generally, we don't use this one, but this is the values we can specify. We can set here. Okay. Zero value to maximum value, right? And actions we have seen, layout we have seen, layout. Coming to the layout, how does you want to show this layout here? Okay, let me open this one. If we increase this one, see this one, it is coming out here. This is how we can specify the layout of the scale here. If you want to make it inside, we can make it inside. This is the starting angle degree here. We want to make this to change. See this one, when I am changing this one, these are starting angles are changing here. Sweep angle also we can change here. So this is how we can change here. Or if you want to make this one like this, we can. I mean, try out all these options actually. Scale bar. This is the scale bar option. If you want to make use of this one, we can make use of. Coming to the labels, hide the labels means it will hide this one. See this one. The numbers which we are seeing, those are all getting hidden here. If you want to display, we can give it the display here. Showing the starting value and ending value. These are displaying and hiding this one. Rotating this one. Rotate the label with the scale like this. And label points, which is we have seen it at the some time right now. So which is if you want to make some inside or outside, all these options are there. We can make use of this one. Label intervals, anyways, we have given this auto. Nothing much to work on this one. And label font, I guess, don't need to be display here. What is the which font type you want? What is the size you would like? That is the options about the label font here. Numbers, if it is in the number format, which type of number format you want to display? The currency, if it is in a currency, then which type of currency would you like to display? Major tick marks. Right now, we are working on this major tick marks rectangle here, which is showing right now. If you want to change it, then we can change it to triangle. If you see this one, I am changing something here, right? So it is getting changed here. This is a marking points. Tick marks. These are the major tick marks, right? At some 10 interval it is showing. If you want to make this as an some change, then we can apply the some change there. Shape it will be changed here to just to identify, that's it. Again, this is if you want to make it outside or inside, we have any different options here. Cross, inside. We can try it number of options available. Major tick marks, minor tick marks. So the same options here. It is minor means when we change it this one, it will be understand easily. See this one is the minor tick marks, cross, inside, outside. So these are the options available. If you want to make increase this size, we can make use of this one. See, if you want to change this one, it will automatically changes. Fill, it's nothing to give the fill option here. Set background color to fill option here. So we can change it in the layout. It is giving like this. So these are the scale options available. Just preview it now so that our sales amount is getting how much range and what is the auto interval. Everything will be coming here. See, this is the indicator which we can see this one. It's a starting maximum value. It is showing 25 lakhs. It's starting from 0. So this is how the values are getting displayed here on the gas. Okay. Now coming to this panel uh, or this one, we'll call it as a gas scale range. We are having some options which are available in the gas scale range. So right click on this. Again we have properties here. In this range we can specify how much range we want to show the scale value here. Whether you want to make it as inside or outside, we can see this one. Outside means it will become outside here. If you make use of this one, then it will be understand here. See this one. So this is how if you make it as an outside, it will be displayed like this. If you want to make a cross, it will be go like this. If you make use of this inside, then it will be comes inside here. Okay. So it is saying the start angle scale value. What is the scale value which you want to give? I will give some 0 and this will give some 1000. Okay. Like this I would like to specify here. And distance of the scale how much you want. I would be keeping like this here. Width of percentage, if you want to be increase, you can increase this one. Starting with percentage and ending with percentage. It's starting percentage it is like this, ending percentage is like, means that thinking color it is getting changed here. Starting is very light, when it's getting increased it's getting some color more here. Actions, once again that's the same stuff. Fill color, if you want to change it to some uh, different color, we can make use of this one. Say this is color change we can make use of this one. Starting is no color and ending the standard colors we can use. Border, again this same one. By default option we can use this one. Line color, if you want to change any lot, right now we are not using any border, that's why we are not giving anything. Again there's a shadow option. If you give the some high value, it will shadow here. See, this is how the shadow will be coming. So, but there is nothing much impact if we are using the shadow here. Okay. This is what about the scale range here. Once again, we'll preview it here. Means just change those options and properties and check in the report here. These are the very simple options available here. Okay. And coming to the panel options, gauge panel properties, we have visibility. If you want to show this or not, they're the same options which we have discussed earlier in so many times. Filters, if you want to filter anything. Fill, if you want to fill a color like this. I mean, it's in a panel, right? That's why it is giving some background color here. And if you want to make some border colors dotted or something, we can use this one. See, this is a dotted color. I'll increase, then you can understand. So like this, it will be changed here. If I give some red mark, then I hope this will be understand. So this is how it will be changed as the borders. Okay, change this one, review it once again. So sales amount, it is starting with some values here like this 86,000 or something. It's ranging from these values. So like this, it will be indicating the values on this gauge here. We have covered scale, gauge, and range also we have discussed. Panel we have discussed, and gauge data still we have given some sales amount. Okay, so these are the options mostly covered in the gauge. So let me take one example where we can generally some creating some meaningful data with this gauge. So for this, what I am going to do here is I will like to take some uh, let me remove all this stuff. What I want to take here is, here I'm going to use one list here. In this list, I would like to display text box. One more text box. Here I will give class, color, and product. Okay, and here I will place some gauze here. Okay, this is I will be using like this here, and here I will specify the sales amount. Okay, now let's see what it will do here. For each color, I mean for each record, this gauge will be displayed here. Let's preview it here. But this is the generally where we will be using this combination of these reports items. Okay, so this one, see, this is how it's displaying here. The sales amount for this high class and low class, all this stuff. Okay, if you change this one, then it will be applying somewhere, the change will be started here. Okay, but right now it is not changing. Why? Because here the scale values which we are mentioning, it's in a very small here, that's why it is not giving the some values here. So what I will give here is maximum value is our sales amount here. Once again we will preview it here, so that the indicator pointer will should be changed some to some value here. Okay, some range of values it will be showing. See this one, it is getting changed here. So like this we can work on this one. Okay, GAS and list, by combination of all these we can use of this one. In the real time scenarios it will be work like this. We cannot make use as an individual, but the combinations of these items we can make in one a meaningful report like this. Okay, this is what about the GAS. And coming to the map, to be frank, I'm not much aware about this map. Why? Because this was an recently added these report items. Okay, but generally, what are the things we need in this map here is we need to specify the coordinates actually. Okay, what are the x-axis and y-axis coordinates? What are the things we need? All this stuff we need to specify. For this, we need to have some data here and just specify the. I'm just trying this one, but I didn't tried anything before like this. So I'm just so this is how the maps will be coming into the picture. But for this we need a lot of things uh, to be changed here. Just preview it here. So what I'm trying is I'm just trying to preview it here. When nothing much to worry. Why? Because these are the recently added, and right now no one is concentrating much on these maps. Why? Because we have any different tools available in the market to work this type of maps actually. But still we can work on this. I will try to let you know once I'm work on this. Okay. So this is how generally maps will be displayed here. So for this we need definitely lat long values for this, so that this lat long will be displayed stored in our database and we will be calling here. Okay. So this is how we can specify the maps actually. But don't worry, once I am work on this, I will definitely let you for these maps. Okay. And I'm just trying to removing this one. Now we'll go through with the data bars here. So these data bars are simple. I mean, these are a very small and indicator. This is one data bar which we have in a different options. Data bar and data column, we have two types of bar types. Let me select this one. So here I can specify the values here. I'm just adding the sales amount here. Let's preview it here. So it doesn't showing that much, right? So let me horizontal access properties. We can make use of this one auto. Very single options we are available. Data set. So generally where we will be using this one here is category. I will be using some class here. So depends on this class, our sales amount will be varies. So these are the very small report items where we using in a some corner of our reports. If you see in the Google Analytics, this is one of the best example where we can see this one. If you open any YouTube or somewhere where we are using some Google Analytics will be there. Somewhere we can use this type of reports very small on the corner of the YouTube or somewhere. How many users are till now we have viewed this one, how many they have liked, all these percentage, these are the very small indicators where we can see in the single report. This is how we will be using this the so this is how where we used to use this type of data bars. Okay, generally to indicate the report in a single step we can use this one data bar. Okay, if you want to add one more data bar, let me check this one, preview it. I will take column data bar now. So here I would like to add again the same stuff I'm adding, sales amount and category based on some class. Okay, here we don't specify anything, any values here. Just on top of this, again it's in a combination report generally where we using. In that on top of this, if you have any main report, below to this we will be using this data bar. So this will indicate that okay, these are the values right now currently. Uh, how much sales amount is going good or bad. Just say small icons where reports will be showing reflected in this data bar. Apart from this, there is nothing much usage of this one. So as I told you, these are the most frequently used in the Google Analytics or something where. Okay, it's again a combination reports. Coming to the Spark line, these are the Spark lines types we have available: column, line, area, shape. Okay, again this is meaningful here. If you want to add this one, sales amount, some class here. See this one, the sparkline will be displayed like this. Okay, so you can try it from your own. So these are the most of the things where we used to see on the YouTubes or the some if you are watching some cricket where we'll be using some simple graph style of representation. How much score? What was the period where we have seen this in the highest or lowest by simply one line of answer. These are all one line answer actually. Okay. If you want to change the sparkline type, we can make use of this one. See this one. Let's work on this one. Review it here. So we have different types of sparklines. I have just changed this one. So these are the colors and these are the sales amount. It's a one line answer where we can show based on this main report. Okay. Indicators. Okay. These are the indicators available, and these are the most frequently used nowadays actually. But Gauss map, data bar, spark and indicators which are newly introduced, but these indicators are highly recommended by the developers. So previously we don't have this type of indicators, but as per the developers request to the Microsoft, they have given these indicators. But these are the very frequently used of report items. Okay, these are somewhat interesting. Why? Because everyone will be using this type of indicators in the general every report. Okay, let's take some data here so that we can use of these indicators. Okay, I'm just trying to switch some other report here. Let's see this one. Color report is there. Let's see how much it is working. Yes, I think this is fine. So what I will do here is I will just add one column here. Insert column as a right. I will give some value as an indicator. In this, I am just adding this one indicator. Nothing much here. The existing reports I am just adding, but it is asking which type of indicator would you like to use. Directional symbol, shapes, stars like this. We have which one right? Let's start with one thing. Directional I am using. So what does this do here? Go to this indicator properties, right click on this and it will show indicator properties. Apart from that, the rest of the things are same which we have seen earlier. What are the options for this indicator available? Tooltip, if you want to give any tooltip like this. Okay, um, testing indicator, this is a tooltip I have given. auto fit gas to this panel. Yes, if you want to auto fit, I mean, as I told you, right, wherever we have some auto fit indication, try to make use of this one. Okay, values and the states here. So what are the values we are looking here? We are looking for the sales amount, right? Okay. So what is it is saying? Minimum value and maximum value. Auto intervals. Try to use this one same as this, but this is the important area. So how this indicator you want to show this one? If the value is from 0 to 33, it will be red. If it is starting 33 to 66, it means yellow. If it is 66 to green means it will be somewhat in a better position. So what does this indicator shows means this sales amount which is very less, then it will be shown as a red mark. Means by looking at that one we can understand, okay, for this area, for this color, okay, this sales amount is very less. That's why it is showing red mark. Means by a simple report indicator where we can understand what are the red marks, means so that we can concentrate those areas only. So let's take this one, click OK here. Now let's preview it, this one. Some class H I'm giving. See this one, I got any different indicators. Why? Because it is in a good shape, it is in a somewhat in a better, I mean a neutral, and this is also good, but these are all very less. Why? Because we have given some auto value and these are very less when we compare to this other value. These are the indicators where we can make use of this one. Okay. If you want to change this one, we can change this indicator type, change the indicator type. If you want to use the shapes, we can use of this one. Control, I mean, just giving the class here, passing the parameter. See, this is how the indicator will be displayed here. So these are the very interesting and frequently used in the real-time scenario indicators. So based on some values, we will be giving some range of values and we will be specifying whether this indicator should be red or green or yellow. If you want to try to change another one, if you want to give some star rating, we can use this one star here. So this is how the stars will be displayed as an indicator. If it is full star means it's in a good shape. If it is in a zero, if it's a white means which is in a somewhat in danger position. So like this we can make use of the indicators. This is how we will be using these indicators. Okay. Properties we have seen, value of the state and something. If you want to change the color, you can use of this one. Action, once again, if you want to click, by clicking on that one, if you want to go to some URL or if you want to open some other report, we can use of this one. Okay, this is all about the gas, data bar, sparkline and indicators. So these are the different report items almost we have covered except this map. Okay, don't worry about this one. So rest of the things we have covered everything with best of property. We have covered all the properties, options which are available. We have covered all these things. So this is all about the all the report development. We'll try to, we have the one more session which will be having the deployment here. So right now we have seen only the development of the report, right? Tomorrow will be the last session for this SSRS, means deploying the reports into the server and handling it in the report server. So tomorrow don't miss. Tomorrow is very important session where we are looking at the deployment. Okay. Thank you all. We will see you tomorrow.